What's your thoughts on ARAB sentencing 45-year sentence?
That's sad, man, because I know Ab personally. You know what I mean? He a good dude, like, deep down. Like, you know what I mean? So, that's fucked up. Nigga got responsibilities, got family and shit, so it's crazy.
There was a lawyer that was on Vlad, Moe Gangat, and he said on VladTV that ARAB got a lot of years because he was scowling at the judge, giving him crazy faces and all that stuff.
And what happened at ARAB's sentencing was a fucking tragedy. The judge, before he announces the sentence, says, "Young man, you've been sitting in my courtroom listening to the statements of the victims, listening to the prosecutor discuss your crimes, and the entire time you've had your hands folded like this. And the entire time you've been dismissive and jeering and snickering and scoffing. You don't look contrite. You don't look like you respect this process. I have the ability here today to give you a range of sentences. It could be anywhere from, here to 45. And what I'm gonna do, based in part on your behavior in this courtroom today, in this sentencing hearing, which is a couple minutes, Vlad, a couple minutes in your life, a drop in the bucket. Based on your behavior here today, I'm giving you the max."
What do you think about that? Do you think that's had a major part in him because he was just looking at giving a mean mugging the judge?
Oh, no, I can't. I don't know. I can't talk about why a judge gave a man time or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even know all of the charges that he got charged with. I just know it was ugly. And that man doing a lot of time. And that shit is messy. And you know what I mean? But
when you were
you see how Ab trying to carry it. I mean, even in the courtroom, he making faces, he doing whatever he doing. I ain't seen it. I don't see it. I don't know if that's true. You know what I mean? I don't really know about that. I can't answer that.
When you went through your things, because you had your charges, you said manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter?
Yeah, well, that was the case that I got hit with, but I was charged with a murder and 2 attempted murders. But the case that the charge that I got found guilty for was involuntary manslaughter.
And you were sentenced to what, 11?
Yeah, like 11 and a half to 23 months.
Yeah.
And then I got 5 years probation for the attempted murders. For each one.
So each one for 5 years?
Yeah.
So was that 2? Then was that 10 years?
Yeah.
Damn. How long did you stay on parole or probation? Did they give you the whole time?
Well, it's parole. It's parole until you finish the 11 and a half to 23. You know what I'm saying? You be on parole for that charge.
Right.
And then you be on probation for the attempted murders. Like, that was probation.
That was probation.
Yeah, so after you do the 11 and a half to 23, then you gotta do the 10 years of probation.
And you did it, so 8 months altogether?
Yeah, I did 8 months in the county, 8.5 months in the county. But then I came home on parole, had to finish the 11 and a half, make it to 23 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then after you do that, then you gotta do the 10 years of probation.
Probation.
Yeah.
What was the experience like in the county?
It's ups and downs.
Especially for artists to go in there, to go inside, like, if you got people that's gonna not like you, people that's gonna love you. What type of experience was that?
Both. I mean, like I said, it was ups and downs, but I learned a lot. I'm happy it happened. Like, it changed me. I think at that point in my life, I needed something like that to happen. So.
To slow you down? Because we all go through things and look back and says, I don't regret it. Do you regret it?
No, I don't got no regrets.
No regrets, right?
Yeah, I don't regret nothing I did. Everything I did happened for a reason, and I was trying to make the best decision at the time. Even if somebody else don't agree with it, with my mind and what I'm using at the time, that was the best decision that I could make. So I do everything that I want to do. So I don't have regrets. I don't look back and be like, yo, I should have did this and that. And it's like, nah. And like sometimes the things that you think you might have regrets on or would have changed, like the consequences is what make you into the person that you is. Whether, you know what I mean, you a grown man or a grown woman or whatever, like whatever you go through, that'll make you into the person that you need to be. So if you was to change that and that wouldn't have happened, then what would you go through in life to make you grow like that or learn whatever you learn from this predicament?
Right.
You would still have to go through something else. So if you ain't go through that, then something else will have to replace that to make you learn or grow the same way.
Right. You needed something to make you get mature.
Yeah, I don't got no regrets. Like all of this is written, is like God's plan is going perfectly how it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people be saying they believe in the higher power, they super faithful, but then think they could have regrets to change something to make it different. And it's like it's going according to plan.
What was the worst thing you went through in being locked up?
Just being locked up, being away from my son.
That's
my
number
wife.
one, right? That's the number one thing right there. Being away from your kids, your family.
My son, my wife. You know what I mean? My mom, my little brother, my family. I just, you know what I mean, couldn't connect with them. And then I was about to drop an album. Like I got locked up, I think like 2 or 3 weeks before my I'm a Hustler album dropped. So that was like super crunch time when you're supposed to be like on your promo tour, heavy promoting, getting people to get this project. And the song was super hot. It was fire.
Yep.
So the promo run that I had set up was like crazy. And I couldn't do none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't promote the music. I couldn't promote the record. So that was like hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And then the reason why I was locked up, knowing the situation and what people said and how people lying and trying to do that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit was even more annoying. Money stopped, like, you know what I mean? I was supposed to be doing a lot of different things to build the bag up, and I wasn't able to do it.
Able to do it.
You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody might have gave you some money for something that you were supposed to execute now, and that's not possible. You got to figure out, damn, I got to give money back, and I got to do like it's like crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of pressure. And I still got responsibilities, still got bills, still got like cars and responsibilities and family, and still got shit that got to be paid even if I stay in there for a long time.
Right.
So trying to figure that out is difficult too. So it was definitely a good experience though. I'm happy I went through it. I learned a lot. It's like geniuses that be locked up too. A lot of smart niggas, like, you know what I mean? Even though they like in a crazy direction sometimes. Niggas be geniuses. You could learn a lot. And it made me appreciate what I already had.
Right.
Like sometimes you just take it for granted. Like I was like super young when I got signed. Shit start going right. The money start coming in and I'm just doing me. So a lot of things that I had, I wasn't appreciating like I should. You know what I mean? Until it got taken away from me. And I'm like, damn.
You did.
You start really realizing what's important. And a lot of things that you was putting your attention on when you was free, you realize that don't even come to your mind. Like, I don't even think about that. When I was free, I thought I had to do this or worry about this. But when I'm booked, I don't even think, that don't even come to my mind. I'm worrying about this.
Right.
So I need to prioritize when I get back free.
And you did.
That's the reason why I'm happy it happened, because it made me into the dude I am now, and I feel like I'm in a perfect place I need to be. So the only way I could have got to that place is going through that.
Going through it, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.